made it look a little rough. Certainly maybe not first pickable, but AVULUS not quite there. And you're talking about the Naga play. The one good Naga song into a Requiem that we were looking for, Axe and Boxy, they broke it. They broke it so hard, and the song turned into a 4-man call. It was everything. The game was already in a bad spot, and then the game just kind of ended. So taking a look at the bans, certainly no Axe on the table just yet. I was gonna say that, well, AVULUS has 4 bans in the first phase, so theoretically they have a little bit more chance of banning out all of these crazy liquid shenanigans, but they choose to ban the Naga instead. They say, you know what, if you want to pick first pick Axe, be my guest. It's in the pool.
5 seconds. Go, Dire Team! Pick him up! Pick him out!
The undying waits.
Radiant Team pick!
Hey, Jessica Soto. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, Jessica Soto.
First pick, first ban in a lot of series. I feel like
it'll be fine.
We see it more than anyone. I feel like we see it on Miero for Bet Boom. But what about Undying makes it so strong right now?
Oh, Dire Team ban.
Queen of Pain.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! Yeah, 5 seconds left now. Oh, Dire Team ban!
Yeah, it certainly can be a decent egg hitter as well, especially if this is like a carry quap that we've been seeing. We're gonna have to see, right? Does AVULUS want to play this in the 1, the 2, the 3? But you know, you can get on top of the tombstone. You have a lot of attack speed if you build that way, and you can click it down. The other part of this, right? We talked about this Undying. Undying offers 0 disable. I guess maybe you can call the zombies like a very soft disable because it'll slow you down, but that is something, especially if this is a support Undying, it does mean that you're gonna have to get a lot of control out of your other support. Maybe, you know, your offlane or something. So for now, Darkseer is gonna be the ban, which may tell us that this is like a Terrorblade we're looking at, a Medusa, something like that, coming out of Liquid. I guess Darkseer is just like a solid laner anyways, but given what Mickey likes to play, this does kind of open up this concept of, you know, Terrorblade or something.
Come on, Radiant Team, you gotta pick him right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero! You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
How do you feel about Shaker here, Shaker 4. Obviously, it would mean that's unlikely to be an Undying 3 at that point, because Shaker Undying doesn't seem like the best lane. But it's long-range stun against the Bane to cancel Fiend's Grip. It's long-range stun on the Queen of Pain. It's instant stun on the Queen of Pain. I don't know if it's too greedy though, right? Because it's not like that's a super strong laning hero. I don't know. How do you feel about Shaker? Okay, yeah. Wait, what?
Dire team pick.
Beastmaster.
Uh, 10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
It's also really good against the Bane, right? You go, you get your Helm Dom creep, you get a couple boars, and Bane just kind of disappears. Or, you know, at the very least, you can get your Fiend Script off. You're not really super worried about that one. So we have single target pick-off. We have a little bit of Zoot for the Bane. We have this powerful team fight tool in the Tombstone, and just a terrifying lane.
Come on, Radiant team,
and we're gonna have to see exactly how Liquid wants to complement this. Shadow Demon, another save for the Bane. So now, I guess it's only a save for the Bane if we Undying gets the shard, but multiple ways to deal with the Fiend's Grip as well. I will say that I guess the one thing is it feels really nice to have a Blade Mail buyer or two against a Quap. And Undying 3, Undying 5 doesn't really get that.
Radiant team pick. Go Dire team, pick him up, pick him out. You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds. Dire team ban.
Huh.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
They are. I think the story is that Liquid is taking this tournament to try to see how much they can win lanes. It is kind of what's been happening against Nigma. They just dumpstered two lanes in a row. They were up by like 7, 8, 9, 10K at 15 minutes. It was significant lane wins. Game 1 here of this series, we saw massive lane wins across the board, and it seems like Liquid is just trying to play fast and trying to build these drafts that allow them to win in 25, 30 minutes and like speed up that tempo. Probably, again, Riyadh's coming up, TI's coming up. Being able to play that fast tempo is extremely useful. I'm not sold about the mid lane Beastmaster. I especially against like a Bane or something. You do like the Helm Dom. Gyro does make that a little bit more awkward, right? Because you don't want to play around your boars as much. You don't want to play about your Helm Dom as much because you have Flat Cannon there. You got Magnus as well. So maybe that's why they're considering this flex into mid, just because it means you don't have to deal with the gyrocopter as much.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds. Come on, Dire Team, pick it good. You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. You better pick your hero. 5 seconds. Come on, Radiant Team, you gotta pick him right.
Shadow Fiend.
Oh man, Rick, there's only 10 seconds left to pick a hero. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Okay, Rojo, here's a question for you. Does anyone like getting RP skewered? Is there a hero in... That's fair, that's fair. That's fair. Now, take a look at the setup. If this is a support Magnus, and looks like it's not going to be, I was going to say there's not really a good empower. Never mind. Okay, offlane Quap mid tiny for Magnus.
Yeah,
I was going to say it's like there's not a really good empower partner. Now you do have work there, and Tiny is going to always love getting an empower. But talk to me about this Zibe Quap now. I mean,
I'm getting too old for this horse shit.
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing around. Relax, Morty.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there is certainly some massive team fight potential. You get an RP, you drop Queen of Pain on top of it, right? You drop a call down on top of it, get the Sonic Wave. That's a lot of AoE damage in a very small area. So there is that team fight potential, but it is a little bit spooky. We got some dueling smokes here into the Radiant safe lane. Desire goes down a little bit, but it seems like they're going to go in the triangle. And this is going to be a Liquid going on quite a bit of a walkabout. Rojo, they heard that there was water south of the tier 1 tower. They said, we're Team Liquid. We go to the water. This is exactly where we belong. Unfortunately, AVULUS is not there to find them.
Until this place goes ham.
And Zibe's going to be on the lead. He's not going to do anything for the time being. And, well, Work now has to run. Stum there is going to go down. Desire forces him back, but now Desire is in a bit of a rough situation as he will get blood grenaded. And he is, it's 2 dead for AVULUS early on. Unfortunately there. Yeah. Well, at least they get through. Yeah, you can deny 1 CS, and that is annoying. But yeah, the other part of it, you talk about the Centaur, we're totally sure the value the Centaur provides is, I don't think Yate's courier is going to go down. That's actually a pretty juicy courier there. So there we go. Toby's as well. Is that this is a blade mail hero, right? We talked about how it's nice to have a blade mail into the Quap. It's also really nice to have a blade mail with the gyro as well. Just so much uncontrollable damage. So you have this big beefy Centaur that's going to get its blade mail very quickly and realistically kill the gyro and kill the Quap more than the Quap and the gyro are killing the Centaur, at least early on. But I do want to go back to what you were talking about, is Desire and Toby playing around here just a little bit. He's going to get skewered, but doesn't really seem to matter all that much. Is this idea that Liquid, not only have Liquid been playing these fast drafts and playing these tempo drafts that are all about winning lanes, Liquid is arguably, I don't know if you want to say they're the fastest hero team in Tier 1 Dota, maybe Game and Gladiators at times has held a candle to that one, but they are certainly they are known for how fast they play around the map. So they're drafting to that, and you're drafting lineups that don't really respond to that all that well.
Hey, Mangkopab GM, good morning. And have a nice day. Always keep safe, okay? Thank you for the follow.
That was not worth it at all. Gonna be, oh yeah, especially with the menace there, a little bit bonus damage on top of Fly, but not gonna get enough stacks. The Fly gets on out of here. Now that being said, Rojo, you talk about having net worth is the key to winning games. I will not disagree with. But we did have a game earlier today that was heroic up by like 20,000 net worth and just solo dying to a Morphling. So I'm not saying, by the way, that AVULUS have access to a hero that does as much as kind of an uncountered, uncontested Morphling does, but you know, there are times when net worth doesn't mean everything. Oh. Desire's gonna look for a skewer. Not gonna go on the low ground, and Mickey looks to turn, hits the near raise, hits the medium raise. Now Desire cannot run away. If he does, well, doesn't even spend the raise on it. So Desire tries to get him, I think was trying to get him onto the low ground, get a little bit of extra cliff damage, and well, maybe they make that happen, but doesn't quite make it. And then things die. Although actually, is it? No, it's the shard that gives you bonus damage on cliffs. Never mind.
Tower's under attack.
toss Desire in, skew it back.
Running with the pack.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's gonna run into. He's on the edge. Looks for the stun. So at the very least, now a little damage is gonna get done here. And here comes Boxy. So you can try to take him out. At the very least, Fly stays alive, but they will be able to secure the Wisdom runes. And are they able to get now? Boxy doesn't have a lot of mana here. I don't think he should be able to get a kill. So Saberlight's gonna try to join him, but Fly should be able to get on out of here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This'll do just fine.
Oh, blood grenade goes down. They're trying to see Tombstone here as well. And yeah, this I should be. Yep, you know, he's dead. So dead. Desire's gonna fall. Yeah. Oh, Warwick's gonna try to do something about this. It's a lot of damage off the crash down, but it's not. No, you're not really contesting into this one. Not into the Tombstone, I wouldn't think, but Nisha and Boxy, they seem comfortable enough with what they've stolen from things, but instead, Fly is going to show up here. Fly does not like this, and oh, the save, but oh, nice, actually will be the save. Boxy shows up as well. Toby has to run away for just a little bit. Crashdown's going to be there, but Fly gifted on a silver platter. That's going to be fine, and well, hey, you know what, Toby? It's past 8 minutes. He's got himself that nice second life anyways, so they can test the stack to get a kill, and the Centaur is going to be able to find his way on out of here. Key story here, Rojo. We're at 9 minutes in. It's a 4,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Those little rascals are hitting Dire's bottom tower. Oh boy, Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He should. Oh no, secondary strike doesn't kill him off. So, well, that's an ultimate that's being used for not a whole lot. And now that's a dead Quap on the north side. So we can see the difference. Offlane Quap has looked really good in the hands of Miero. It has looked solid. I think there's some other players that have been playing it as well. But when you have this much single target lockdown on Liquid, when you have the Roar is really all you need, actually. Not all that easy to be super sustainable. And now, hey, look at that. That's a triple stack for Nisha on top of the hard stack or the hard camp as well. Desire's going to try to mess with this a little bit, but he's a level 4. He's a level 4 Magnus against this level 10 Nisha. Toby's here as well. Boxy as well. They're going to try to defend this stack because they have to, but this fight does not seem all that easy. They're going to be able to get the boar for now as Zibby comes in, Smiling Knight as well, but he doesn't have cooldown. That is the bulk of his damage early on. It's only about 30 seconds remaining as Mickey is taking a little bit of damage. He's being slowed up, so seems like they will be able to at least defend the triangle. Looking for a little bit more as Toby shows up, pops the Fletch Golem, a little bit more on top of Warwick from Nisha. They can't quite get on top, so Flesh Golem's down. They're going to be able to hold the stack. Looks like they will give up the tier 1 mid for it, so there's something, but at the very least the stack stays.
Unlucky find.
Is a like he had the range for that one. Okay, now he's gonna drop it. And, yeah. I'm a little surprised he didn't drop it, but I guess you bait out the blink, and then even if you don't have the damage before the roar, there's no way he's getting out of it afterwards. Saberlight's gonna go get jumped on top of. What? We talked about this earlier. It's like, man, Saberlight is such a good blade mill here in this game, where it feels like against all these, against the co-op, right, and the gyro, you're just gonna go and you're gonna do more damage than you take more damage than you give. And now this stack with the tombstone and multi-stacks of the axes, that's gonna go down as well. If you're keeping track, we're about 500 gold per minute lead for Liquid at 12 minutes in. I actually thought it was gonna go to 7K, so I thought it was gonna be even more than that. But when you're looking at like a full hero GPM in terms of a lead this early on, not a lot to say about that one. That feels really rough. As Saberlight teleports back in, tries to get the revenge on Smiley Knight. Not quite gonna get that, and well, that's the only saving grace. At least Saberlight died. At least we got a kill on the gyro.
Oh, Dire's middle tower's denied. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack! Man, you might as well save that energy, because Radiant's bottom tower is under attack! Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Way to go! Radiant's bottom tower.
Here's the cooldown as well. Saberlight goes in. Mickey pops the Requiem as well, and that's just a dead gyrocopter. That blade mill is doing so much here now. Saberlight should die at the end and actually connects on top of Mickey as well, building some separation in this fight. Just enough for work to maybe run away. Seems like he will be able to do so as Nisha and Mickey get themselves a little bit crossed up together, as Nisha's here now, but now he's going to get slowed down. They're not going to find Warwick, so they do get Saberlight, but it's a dead gyrocopter once again. It's a dead fly, and the tier 1 falls as well. So even in these notionally good trades where you get a big hero, you still lose your carry for it, and it's still not quite worth it.
What can we do?
Yeah. Fly's dead, certainly. The question is whether you can get anything more than that, and looks like the answer is no for now. There's going to be a decent amount of separation as we see Desire run onto the high ground. No blink for our Beastmaster just yet. He's about 1,000 gold away because you do go for that axe a little bit earlier, and that does mean you maybe get a slower blink compared to some of these other kind of blink stunner initiators. But Saberlight also, again, doesn't really have the blink either, so they just got to chase by ground, and that's not the easiest thing to do. They will deny the triangle, which is rather nice here, just continuing to make it so Smiley Knight is not allowed to soak up the map that the way he would like to. F for Toby. Yeah, F for Toby. Okay. Yeah, drops him on top of the Quap, and Quap wants none of that. Just blink away here. Nisha it's 3 heroes next to Nisha, and they're like, nope, we don't want that. Nisha's way too scary. Yeah, they're looking for the re-engaged. Yeah, Desire.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
face of fear.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is a big boy. It is going to be a very difficult kill, especially with Saberlight to build space. You got these saves from Boxy, Toby as well, just really making the fight as convoluted as possible. The life continues to get difficult, but I'm with you. You're just playing around every single Fiend's Grip with the Bane, getting some sort of kill. But Blink is now done for Nisha. So some of these fights previously where like Nisha felt like he was struggling to get in a little bit. You know, you run in, it's like, oh great, I can't get on top of any heroes. Now he's got to Blink. Now he does have that entry into the fight as a, you know, they're not as bad as they used to be like 5 years ago, but man, I hate the Prowlers as Toby looks about going to the high ground and, well, he's going to get forced down out of here, sleepwalking away, but Mickey, Boxy all joining up. Ultimate drop there on top of Fly, and he is going to die. That's a lot. They're going to fall down very quickly, and that should be the entrance into the Roach that they've been looking for. Mickey there with the presence of the Dark Lord, lasting presence, and an extra minus armor on top of the Roach, and yeah, with Toby as well. This is a very quick Roshan.
Boy, you know that Roshan guy that just got killed by Dyer? He owed me money. Oh, Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking about?
That can be the issue with Magnus, as Blink, by the way, is done on Magnus now. He's got it in his inventory, so maybe make something happen with that. But it's not always easy, right, for Magnus to do anything, especially the support Magnus, before Blink is done. It's like, I'm going to run in an RP. That sounds really difficult in a lot of games. But for now, let's see what we got here. Well, it's going to be a Quap locked away on the north side. Not going to get the Requiem. So Zibbe gets his way on out of there, and Mickey's not going to find what he's looking for. Now that's cooldown. That's a significant amount of damage. It's a 100-second cooldown on the deck, as there's going to be the RP as well on top of Nisha. Drops the war, though, tries to get a little bit more. Saberlight finds his way on, and Nisha barely alive here, trying to heal. Not going to be enough, and Saberlight with the blade mail takes a lot of damage. And to get more on the rejoiner, for now, Sleepwalks him back in, does Fly. There's going to be the tombstone, and it will be a dead Saberlight. But yeah, big dead, big bad Mickey's here. And that is when you have to run. But it's a dead Nisha, and it's a dead Saberlight. That is a massive trade if you're AVULUS.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's top tower is under attack. Dyer's top tower is under attack. Way to go! Radiant's bottom tower is completely gone.
Oh, Mickey. Gonna get tossed back in, skewered even further back away, and this is the combo you were talking about, but Mickey for now just tries to run away. Warren goes in once again. Mickey, this is still his first life. He still has that Aegis. It's gonna get popped down, but they will trade Warwick for it in exchange. And Desire, does he have the cooldowns? He's got Blink in one, Skewer in two, so they're not gonna try for it, but that's the power of this. You toss him back, you skewer him even further back, and these save supports, they cannot, they're not saving. The problem is that Liquid is still 11,000 net worth up in this game, and Mickey can survive it by himself for the most part. Oh, that's an RP. That's Saberlight as well, so that's that. Fiend Script's gonna go down. That's gonna be a dead body. Saberlight takes a lot of damage here, but Zibbe's gonna fall. Mickey, the turret here, is doing way too much, so that will be two down. They will be able to get the Wisdom Shrine as well, and that should be the end of this tier 2 between Nisha and Mickey working together. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of that. Apparently Shadow Fiend didn't get any kills there, so no extra lasting presence stacks, but 27 stacks on Necromastery. He does a lot of damage. Tossback looks for the skewer once again, but not gonna get it. Oh, gets a board instead. One of the issues with this draft is, they're going to find Smiling Knight on the other side. One of the issues with this draft, or difficulties, I guess, not issues, is that there's enough units on the ground with the tombstone, with these boars that and the creeps as well. Of course, you always got to play with those though. Is that it's not the easiest thing to get these tossbacks. Is Boxy blinks on top with the disruption of work. Once again, he drops the avalanche, but yeah, no, goodbye. That's not gonna happen. Mickey, he's gonna get another, and finally now, these are actually kills. He's getting some lasting presence stacks, which means AVULUS, stay the hell away.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's a little bit awkward there. He's enfeebled as well, so yeah, you know. Oh, meanwhile, the boar's doing a lot. We're gonna have a call down, but okay. Well, Toby's gonna go and rip the soul out of our lovely Desire, and he's gonna get taken down. A little bit of range damage coming out. Toby's gonna work very nice. And now with 3 dead, most importantly, as well, we will have work back up here, but most importantly, with the Magnus down for 15, there's not a lot you're scared of in terms of making this high ground happen. So we will have the fortification. It's trying to buy as much time as possible. And well, with the fortification over and Magnus up in 5, a little bit of damage done, Liquid back up. They don't have the Aegis Rojo, so it's not a requirement that they go high ground, but it is a 16,000 net worth deficit, so why not?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Should be dead. There we go. A little bit. That was a Mickey, or that was a Niche with like 30% mana and 50% HP, trying to go on the full HP Smiling Knight. You know, in fairness, maybe if there's no one around, it works. But Boxy here is going to get caught out in exchange as well. As Warren puts a toss back on the Saberlight, trying to buy a little bit more time. But Mickey's here, trying to run in once again. Unfortunately, he's in the world of sleep. He's going to get sleepwalked right on out of there. But maybe they're going to get Zibbe. No, he blinks out as well. So this is getting a little bit more complicated. But there's the damage. That's what you're looking for. And it's going to be a dead fly as well. Smiling Knight should be the real target. Yep. Oh, he's getting crit down. Mickey's hit full build. It's not fair. He is so big, and now we got, well, someone was hiding there in the tombstone. I think it was the dying there hiding in the tombstone at the end, just flexing on him. His work will be able to go and get Boxy, trying to make something happen. But Saberlight goes and gets the stun, makes a little bit of separation. Desire's dead though, so that's not going to work out. Warwick going to take a couple more right clicks. He's dead. GG. Do we tap out here, or do we let Liquid take a set of racks first?
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's top tower is destroyed. I don't know if you know this, but Radiant's top barracks are getting attacked. Well, there goes Radiant's top barracks. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is destroyed.
Mickey will miss the magic box. He's going to get skewered in once again, but 4-stepped on out of here, and it's just so much damage. Yeah, you got Quap screaming pain on top of everyone, but it just does not matter whatsoever. Mickey thinks about channeling his ultimate, and Warwick's going to go mess with that one a little bit, but Calldown's not going to be there as well. The Tombstone, the save, is going to do a very nice job. There's the RP, skewers him back in once again. Mickey, though, trying to be the turret, cannot be because the Fiend's Grip is getting full channeled, but he's still not dead. Now he is finally, you're going to take him down, but that cost 2 buybacks. That cost so much, and it's not like there's a lot more. Saberlight tries to go in once again on top of Zibby. Does he have the damage? Yes, with the Soul Rip, he does. Toby gets another, and that is just, man, you get Mickey. That's 2 buybacks, and it's still, well, I guess they're not going to get the second set of racks, but that was, it's worth it because you keep your base alive. But otherwise, that was expensive.
Something for everybody.
In fairness. In fairness, they're taking the Shadow Fiend down. He was on, like, I think 35 stacks of Necromastery, getting an additional, like, 140 damage or something. So resetting him back to 20. it is a significant damage off the board. It does matter quite a bit, but even still, bit awkward, bit unfortunate, as they will keep the racks alive. They're buying a little bit more time. We do have a Aether Lens just about done on the way for our Magnus, so he's going to be able to blink in a little bit farther, Yules himself in a little bit further, as Saberlight gonna take a decent amount of damage, but they don't want to go in on him. They know someone's probably around, and even still, Saberlight is a very tanky man. He's about 200 gold away from that pipe, and then all that damage that we've been seeing, right, with the Tiny and with the Gyro and with the Quap. A lot of that gets minimized, so that nice fight that they had where they were able to get damage done, not only there, Saberlight gets on top of the Tiny, Nisha as well with the amp damage rune, and Tiny should die there in the roar, so yeah, no, he's dead. Bit unfortunate there, but yeah. Sorry, Rojo, I'm trying to learn here, right? As trying to learn my Zoomerisms properly. Is it fair to say that Saberlight has aura? Okay.
Morty, they're going
Okay,
up
good.
the bottom tower.
Well, there we go. There it is. Mickey sees it immediately. Gyro's trying to go cut waves top, but I mean, by the way, when you weren't looking, Mickey's got a Daedalus, so yeah, it's chunking quite a bit. Again, the one downside, Mickey's only on 20 Necromastery stacks, not like 35 or so with Nisha on the bottom side. Does he oh, he gets the Hawk Root. Oh, no. Yep, that is going to be a dead Quap as well. So on the other side of the map, that's dead Quap. Mickey gets the Aegis, and well, nothing really stops them going high. You are worried of the tossback skewer. That is a massive problem that you do still have to be worried about. But other than that, Liquid looking pretty good. So you're going to be looking for the saves. You're going to be looking for whatever you can do to break that apart. As Boxy runs forward onto the high ground, has a Glimmer Cape, and just starts hitting the racks.
Radiant's middle barracks
menacingly. Jinx.
over. Radiant's middle barracks are as good as gone. Radiant's middle barracks are as good as gone. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That forces a lot of spells to get used, and back down. Now Saberlight gets on top of the gyrocopter with the BKB done, and gonna get saved a little bit. Nice actually skewer. Saberlight goes deep into the fountain, and I don't care. Blade Mail does not keep you safe from the fountain. Although I think at one time it was actually possible to kill the fountain with the Blade Mail if you were very, very fed, but that is not Dota 2. And now Toby sitting there in the tombstone. He's gonna get tossed back to the fountain once again, skewered as well. Toby will fall. But they're just, that's AVULUS, that has to be their gameplay, right? If you go fountain farming, maybe you're going to be able to make this, get some kills. But now, 28,000 net worth and the good for Liquid. They got Mega. Zibbe's going to get stunned up as well. Will get saved a little bit. RP puts them all into the fountain. That's 3. But no! Oh, no. The Quantum scream of pain pushes him right back out again. Mickey will be forced to go spend that Aegis, but that's going to do it here. There's nothing left anymore.
Killing spree.
Triple kill!
I mean that Saberlight's so tanky with the Crimson. That's 39 stacks of the fountain. He is not easy to take down, but that's going to be it. Liquid takes the very strong 2 games to 0, and every single game they played in this tournament thus far, Rojo, it's been massive leads at 20 minutes. It's been 20,000 net worth lead at 20 minutes. They're playing for the lanes, and it's working out very nicely for them.